So I guess this could be a fairly impromptu video of my feet here. How's that? Here's the kitchen. Very nice, isn't it? Like my nails. Very orange. So I'm going to horrify you. I can't actually flip the screen on this, so I'm just going to hope I'm looking at you. And you'll have to bear in mind with me, because I'm going to be looking at the other phone sometimes. I'll put you we'll see what that's like. Hopefully that works. I don't really know. It looks like it's going to be hella dark. Who cares? So, let me shut the kitchen door, because it's 25 to 2 in the morning. Go for this light. And we dropped a couple of lighters. So, talking tracks. It's not going to be the highest energy one you ever see. So we're going to go for what is easily one of my absolute favourite songs of all time. It might actually be my favourite song of all time, but I wouldn't feel right saying that. It's obviously by Xasthur. Again, probably my favourite artist of all time, but I don't feel that comfortable saying that either. So, this will be Doomed by Howling Winds 05. And it is off of the self-titled album, 2006 EP, demo, whichever you want to call it. As far as I'm concerned, it's the most Xasthur of all the Xasthur releases, and well deserves the title, Xasthur. It's the second album that I bought by him, by Scott Connor. First one was A Gate Through Bloodstained Mirrors, and then I bought the self-titled EP, demo, and then I bought Subliminal Genocide. And then what, Funeral of Being after that maybe? It doesn't really matter. We're on the self-titled 2006 EP. So this is Doomed by Howling Winds, and it's the 05 version. It's my favourite version of the song, and it's probably my favourite Xasthur song. It's got what I reckon is probably the strongest intro in all of black metal. At least depressive black metal. It's a real, like, a stormer from the start, you know? So, what is it that I like so much? We've got a little thing wrote just here. I could read it word for word, verbatim, but to be fair, when I'm feeling like this, I probably should, because otherwise you're going to get something so incredibly flat. So, opening vocals. I've written here that they were amongst the best I've ever heard, and amongst the best that was ever delivered by Scott Connor. They're mixed perfectly. Perfectly. They're quite high up in the mix. They really sort of dominate the mix without destroying it, if you know what I mean. They sit nicely with a lot of space around them, but they really fit the mix. They're very, very abrasive, very harsh. They're not clean. There's no wailing. It's just like really distorted, harsh, inner psyche sort of screaming. I really love it. I think it's pretty spot on. I wrote here, a very audible and abrasive shriek, wretched and distorted, elongated and clean, elongated yearning shrieking, not so melodramatic and clean as much of the genre. Horrid, early Burzum-esque sounding, but far more distorted and treated. Just the most stellar cutting sound which dominates the mix, without blurring or smothering the rest of the music. Truly some of Scott's best to me. These opening screams are etched into my consciousness. A powerful intro, if ever there was. It's true. It's hard to convey what I mean here at the moment, but it's shockingly potent. That's just the intro. Doomed by Howling Winds 05. It has one of the most shockingly potent intros I've ever heard in my life. It is really quite something. I'd love to know what they are. Sorry. Never seen those before. Okay, actually I've got a fucking banging headache, you know. But I think it's just not sleeping. So, along with the exceptionally tone-setting opening scream, you get a you do it well. I'm pretty fucking depressed here, but I'll try not to be too much of a miserable bastard. You really do get like a fucking hard flurry of mid-pace double bass kicks. Mid-pace double bass kicks, yeah. They're kind of like what you can hear there. But when it starts, it's more of a... But it's still not particularly quick. It's not like blistering, but it has that feel. It's very insistent, despite having this Burzum-esque, like every 3-note snare. Really, really good. Anyway, so I've written, along with the exceptionally tone-setting opening scream, comes a flurry of mid-pace double bass kicks and rudimentary Burzum-esque snare hits, with a constant riding hat, incessant, unchanging, insistent, and yet not blisteringly quick. This is a hateful melancholy of a drum line, no more or less than it has to be. Even if much of Scott's work is with drum machines, he has a subtle mastery of pacing, which is on full show throughout this piece. Buzzing over the drums is what to me may be one of the most iconic and memorable riffs, probably off your whole EP, although Bubonic Plague is good. Sounding like 7 changes in tonality, or possibly chords, it's an elongated dirge, with its repetitions, though noticeable, feeling somewhat seamless, ultimately becoming the theme of the song. Variations of it are played throughout, but the general tonality, vibe, and progression stays basically untouched. It is more how it is played. Be they slow and arpeggiated, or merely the same, with a ton of excess layers and accents to thicken up the sound. There is a heavy use, as always, of choral samples, or sound being utilised by the keys, which hauntingly chant hymn-like accentuations of the guitar riffs. And they really are. The chanting that goes along with the guitar is quite something. It's all done on a keyboard, obviously, and it's more like some sort of choir. He does it really well. It's really warped. It's like falling into some sort of perverse church of suicide or something. It's so well done. It's like something out of Silent Hill. It's just anyway, adding a surreal and, to my ears, psychotic, warped and dissonant cleanliness to what would otherwise be a Striborg buzzfest. This only adds to the trance-like and hypnotic feel of the song. Something quite magical happens with this track. Since first listening, the opening segment of this track has blasted me, and it always has blasted me. It has me racing forwards into some imagined black chasm. This is quite a little poetic thing I've wrote here, and this explains the song much better. It has me racing forwards into some imagined black chasm, a manic run into the catonic comfort before the colours of the world behind, and the mad flashes of geometry start to fade. Still, it just started again, and that intro is... And it really does feel like you are fucking charging head first down into some subterranean cave system. It's what is on the cover, stalactites, and that's how it feels. And you can imagine the light just getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer and dimmer as you get deeper and deeper and deeper. It's fantastic. All the shapes begin to blur, and you're still running deeper into the darkness, but somehow it becomes calmer, more isolated as the depth increases, until eventually somewhere around the halfway point you find yourself slowed and almost floating in a mesmerized state, as if somewhere in the depths I had fallen into a Lovecraftian precipice. Such a fall, you are merely suspended in blank black the animation, as the chanting of unseen priests and the mad screams of the one who fell before you serve as the final tangible human connection. Truly epic and magnificent, whilst remaining barren and bleak. A mastery of ambience, atmosphere and composition, with all of the needed black metal sensibilities to retain its place in the genre proper, whatever the fuck that means. Some twat in a black jacket. Fucking doesn't leave the house, thinks he's God's gift. Yeah, get fucked. yet somehow carving out a slight niche of its own. Pure depressive music, which urges you, as the listener, to end it all. There is a death grip lyric, and there is, which I associate with a few small bands. Mostly, especially at the moment, it used to just be Xasthur, but I'd throw Shining into the mix now. My sigil is your epitaph. It's from a Death Grip song. He doesn't love you for your money, I know what he really loves you for, and it's your brand new leopard skin pillbox hat. My sigil is your epitaph. I've always loved that lyric, and it just makes me think of Xasthur. It could be said for a lot of depressive black metal acts, but it makes me think Xasthur. And how true that feels throughout this release. By far the most Xasthur sounding Xasthur song and Xasthur album to me. So that is what I wrote about it. Not much, but I wrote about it on the way back from the shop. There's something to fucking do. Really, I could go on about this song forever, but most of it would just be emotive and going through memories and all that. What I will say is when I tried to do myself, I listened to this. It wasn't just this, but this was one of the first things. It's what I'd probably listen to again. Or No Dreams, the nausea, the guilt I feel. That's a fantastic bit of harsh noise. We'll cover that at some point. If you look on No Dreams, the nausea, the guilt I feel on YouTube, you'll see that there's only one person who comments on it, and it's me. Out of all the fucking people in the world, eh? Sheer fucking madness. Shame, deep shame and guilt and nausea. The nausea, the guilt I feel. That fucking sums it all up, doesn't it? Sums it all up. Munching on apple crumble. So, that is Xasthur, Doomed by Howling Winds 05. Easily one of the strongest intros in black metal. Probably the strongest intro in depressive black metal. Not in terms of pure heartfelt feeling, because there's some very sad piano-led instrumentals in the genre. But in terms of just raw, misanthropic hate, you can't beat the self-titled fucking EP by Xasthur. You just can't beat it. And you know it the moment you turn it on. Not the EP, because it starts with instrumental, then Bubonic Plague, and it ends on Doomed by Howling Winds. But search Doomed by Howling Winds 05. Look for a cover with stalactites on it. Yeah, put some headphones on, listen to that. If you don't like the first 30 seconds, you won't like it. It's really, really standout stuff, really stellar, amazing black metal, amazing depressive black metal, amazing depressing music. Very trance-like, it's very hypnotic, it's very repetitive, but also never stale, never boring. There's enough transitions, enough changes, enough different riffs, and enough different ideas and accentuations going on. It's fucking Scott Connor, he's a god-tier musician. He gets it so right. Whatever it is, he gets it. Never heard. Well, I have, but Striborg's very good. I'm not into Leviathan. I know these are the big three names, and if I say Xasthur Striborg, I feel like because of that fucking stupid documentary that came out, you've got to mention Piss and Leviathan as well, but it's just not my type of music. You know, I know they're like the big names, but weirdly lumped together in that documentary. At least I thought so, but I've fucking already been listening to it for forever. Yeah. Striborg does the whole, like, sort of psychotic depression thing really well, like, just meandering around, you know, in a bit of a malaise in the dark. But I think I relate more to Scott Connors. I'm obviously British, so not American and definitely not living in California. But that slightly more urban perspective, you know. Obviously, I'm very lucky these days, and I'm pretty much out in the country. Spent years homeless to make sure I would be. Grew up in a very slummy, shitty town. Yeah, it's depressing, isn't it? Especially if you're already prone to it, you know. Oh, and all you've got is black tarmac and paved roads and thugs. Obviously, it's not though, because I'm 29, so still here. For some fucking ungodly reason, we're still here. We're not planning on going anywhere yet, anytime soon. Fucking wish we would sometimes, but suicide is a very bad thing. And it is. You just destroy everyone around you. And unless you're really, really, really monstrous, there's no need. There's never a good reason to do that. Never. If you're not living for yourself, you better be living for someone. Parents or something, you know. Anyway, Xasthur, Doom by Howling wins. 05 version. There's lots of versions, but you want the 05 version. It's got this strong vibe. Because it's still a bit rawer than the finished releases, but it's got all the ideas in place. There's like this, I think it's a 92 rehearsal, I'm not too sure. There's some rehearsal tape of Xasthur and it's really good. Really chaotic and raw for Xasthur, and it sounds really hollow, which is rare, but it really works. This arpeggiated section, that swaying rhythm, oh, he just gets it, he's masterful. The rhythm of breath. Yeah, fantastic. Anyway, it's one of the most melancholic and depressing songs you'll ever hear. So if you're not up for that, don't listen. If you're a miserable bastard or super curious, or you just like dark music, it's well worth giving a go. If I wasn't half as like whatever I am at the moment, flat. I'm not totally flat. I'm like flitting in between this and like it depends. If people are around, I'm very happy. Not really, obviously, but this isn't related to the track, but I get stuff like this still. Look at me. 4 people in touch tonight wanting to fucking... Yeah, so this is like I won't say any names, but this is someone who I've been talking to for a long time. So they text me at 12:30. Have you been recording much music lately? I used to play the guitar like 8 hours a day. It was one of the ways I'd cope. I haven't played it for like a week at all, and I've barely played it this year, and I really want to. I just can't be asked. It's a fucking point. So, are you recording much music lately? None. Giving up. Don't care. But I didn't say that, I just said none with a smiley face. And then I was like, I'll try to sleep, although first I think a relaxing orgasm will help settle me. You can tell that I do not entertain stuff like that. So I just said, oh good. Fuck me, does it piss me off. Anyway, it goes on. And ultimately, this is like, they showed me a crop top that they had bought that they were wearing, and then they follow it with stuff like this. It helps me seeing things that you wear, gives me ideas, and makes me feel more comfortable and safe. The crop top is mainly because of that. I'm not chiseled enough to have it as an only layer though. So I said, hey, you're braver than me, you might as well be going out in a bandeau soon. So he said, oh, a bandeau, I love those tops. Blah blah, but I'm watching one of your videos now, and it gives me a lot of emotional comfort and something else. I like sending my pictures to you because I don't always recognise myself in the mirror sometimes, or how much has changed. It feels affirming to share with you. You know, you are so giving and wise and beautiful. Watching your videos is giving me an immediate boost. This time of year, I need it. In November, it's the anniversary of when I got hospitalised. I think I told you about that last year. So I said some bullshit back, and he's like, yes, focusing on the nice things, on the light, not the dark. Seeing your beautiful body and energy is light to me right now. I love watching, rewatching, and listening to you. He actually said, to your hotness. Yeah, fucking what you on about? Hey, spend your whole life telling people like everything's good. Yes, enjoy your life, live your life. Happy days, light, love, light. Oh hey, how are you? Oh my god, you're so brave, I can't believe you did that. Wow, woo. And then like the moment that you're on your own, it's like, fuck. Tiring doing that, you know? It's fucking tiring pretending all the time that life is fucking wonderful and everything's great and, you know, you're in for a really fun ride. In for a fucking fun ride, you'll be fucking dead in 10 years. In a decade, you'd have fucking killed yourself. Like fucking so many. And it's like, none of the problems get addressed. No one dares think about anything. No one looks at anything critically. Anyone who talks about anything properly, you just fucking get ignored and suppressed. And then those few people who need it don't ever get to see it. And they never get to fucking help. They never get to meet one. They just, you know. Every time I get annoyed about being like fake happy, I tell myself, fake it till you make it, 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 fake it till you make it. And I've been doing that for like, what, 16 years? There you go, this is a better review of Doom by Howling Winds 05 by Xasthur. It's fucking depressing. Fucking depressing. I've got a fucking headache and a half. Oh, I can't even fucking look in the fucking windows anymore. It was on about like, she was on about, sorry, he, she, they, it, whatever they want to be, I don't fucking know. They're on about like not being able to look at, no, they're on about, like looking in the mirror and stuff and not quite seeing themselves. They just said it then, didn't they? Like, oh, fucking hell, I wish that was me. I look in the mirror and I fucking see this. I see myself, you know, and it's like, wow. How did it all go so wrong? And why am I still here? You know, quite deeply wrong. Like, just don't work. Defunct, deficient, always have been. Yeah. I just don't know what to do, you know. I should be playing music, should be making black metal, but I couldn't do it here anyway. The sort of stuff that I make, it's more like an exorcism, you know. I just get all this out of me. I don't really want to make music. I just want to fucking go mad, detune the guitar, and fucking throw it against the wall and kick it and fucking record that and turn that into a bit of music and scream your bloody head off over it. When I'm like this, I find it very hard to like do anything but this. Yeah. I've got a microphone, an amp, and some pedals. Fucking make some noise, put on some loops, and lose your mind. But when you're just sitting in a house 24/7 all day every day, with neighbours in little fucking British suburbia, trying to keep up appearances. It doesn't matter where you are. Fucking hell. Anyway, Named by Howling wins 05. Go listen to it. It's by Xasthur. It's offered a self-titled EP. I'm not glorifying suicide in any way. Don't do it. Don't be depressed. I don't know what to say. Be happy. Be happy. Yeah, be happy. Because that works. Someone says be happy and you're happy. Not really trying to make you fucking happy, but I also don't want to make you worse if you are bad. Just trying to get stuff out of me and talk about music I like in a way that feels sincere. It's not the happiest of songs, so, but it is fucking masterful, really well made, well crafted, well played. I'd give it a go.